Okay, hello everyone. I'm Maggie from Global Sellers, and I'm here today with Volodymyr Bezditnyi. We are having one of those amazing interviews which are preparing us for coming conference. The conference will take place in Warsaw. It will be 24th and 25th of April this year, so pretty soon. And we are doing plenty of preparations, and we are making sure that everyone who will be attending this conference as a speaker will provide you a real value. So that's why I'm here with an amazing expert within his area of expertise, who is a lawyer. He's also co-founder of 4B company. This company is well known within our community. They've also been attending last conference, and what they specialize in is like all the corporate law, finances, structuring business, like establishing companies, tax compliance, risk management. And Volodymyr, he's not only a lawyer, but he's co-founder. So he's been within this business since 2016. And he's been helping sellers to go into US marketplace. And for some people, that might be a bit overwhelming to enter US marketplace. But when you have a solid assistance from specialists like Volodymyr, then obviously it's much easier and you can do it hassle-free. Volodymyr, he specialized in financial monitoring. He's assisting all the regulatory compliance to make sure that everything goes smoothly. We've just had conversation just a moment ago about the issues that people are facing when it comes to doing some kind of business activities, because Volodymyr, he also his expertise is in a corporate and tax planning, and also in M&A deals involving Amazon brands. So our aim is to make sure that you got this help from all the possible experts from Amazon business, and you cannot run your business without the legal help, and that's why Volodymyr is with me here today. So welcome, and thank you for taking part in this interview. I'm really happy you will be taking part in a conference because your area of expertise is amazing. I did a little bit of introduction about yourself, but please tell us a little bit more so people can get you know better.
Sure. Hi everyone, thank you Maggie for this invitation, thank you for this intro. Actually, a couple words about me. Since 2014 I've started my corporate law practice, and we started our business from incorporation of offshore companies with offshore banks when it was interesting times when no one, actually everyone, had a possibility to run their business without paying any taxes, without any contacts with tax authorities in specific countries. But since 2016, we started to support e-commerce business, and the US market is the biggest market for this kind of businesses. So we started with incorporation of US companies, and we started cooperation with US banks, because they have some specifics, and the specific, to be honest, much better than European banks, as I mentioned a couple of minutes ago in our private conversation. So for today, we are running US businesses with their corporate tax and other legal matters. This is IP rights protection. This is work with some deals with competitors. So we have quite big team based in Ukraine, in Poland, in United Kingdom, in United States, and everyone from our team are happy to help our clients with their e-commerce issues or businesses. Sometimes we help them to close acquisition deals when some investment funds or accelerators decided to buy these businesses.
So the scope of your services is absolutely like everything that Amazon seller may need, because it's from company registration, going through the all aspects of finances, intellectual property, advice on e-commerce legals, and so on, and then finally, when someone has been doing successful business, then wants to sell this business, then he can make quite big money out of it. So the whole trip of doing the e-commerce business can be done with yourself. That's amazing.
Some part, yeah. Everyone can run this part by themselves, but sometimes they would need some help from experts, from lawyers, from accountants, from business advisors, and yeah, we combined all the services in our team.
Amazing. Well, people who try to do it themselves, I don't think they can grow really, because you can do certain things until certain point, and then you have to have professionals around you. Otherwise, you're not gonna grow. So excellent, Volodymyr. I have few questions for you because I want our audience to find out a bit more about yourself before the conference, so they have some background. So the first question for you is, what are the biggest challenges and opportunities in your area of expertise today?
Actually, the biggest challenge is migration. This is business migration, because e-commerce business, this is not business linked just to one country. Nowadays, business owners are sitting in one country, let's say in Poland, in Ukraine, in Indonesia, or in the United States, but they want to run their business in the United States, Canada, Mexico, European Union, or Japan, for example. And each day they can face with some specific regulatories, with some specific requirements from each countries. And this is the main issue when our clients don't have expertise in different fields, and sometimes they don't know who or which companies they should run to, and to ask, come on guys, we need some help, just show us how we should run our business in this way. So this is the main challenge, and actually the main problem that people sometimes don't want to ask the experts, and they don't want to pay them sometimes, and they're trying to find some answers using Google or AI, ChatGPT, but sometimes the answers are wrong. So that's why we are trying to move forward and to keep our expertise on highest level. Yeah.
I'm glad you said that. People sometimes are reluctant to pay fees, but when they make mistakes, it costs them even more than asking for help. So that's something that is important for people when they want to grow. And it's impossible to know everything from internet, and like Google knowledge, ChatGPT knowledge, it's not systemized knowledge, it's not up to date always. So it is important to come to people like you, especially the people will have you just right there at the conference, and they can come down and ask some, at least, random basic questions which can get them on track, and then obviously open doors for the expansion and further steps to run their business. Okay, so the next question. Yes, go on.
Sometimes that answers might save their businesses from competitors, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, well, I've seen so many difficult situations in my life already. Okay, so considering conference, what are the key tips and takeaways that attendees can expect from your presentation, from your talk at the conference?
I will share some basic information which everyone can try to find on the internet, but I want to share with our expertise and with our experience from the clients regarding how to register a company in the right way, in right place, with right corporate documents. Actually, it should be interesting for e-commerce sellers who has different partners in different countries, and they have to fix their obligations in one basic document. So this is the corporate part. Another part, this is intellectual properties, because from time to time we faced with difficulties in registration. We can face with some difficulties with competitors when they have similar patents, and no one knows what's going to happen in the future. So we have to protect our main asset. Main asset in e-commerce business is intellectual properties. So we have to keep it in safe place with minimal taxes, but with maximum actually low protection. And another thing, I suppose, is going to be banks. I want to share some basic information and comparison between European and US banks, because unfortunately, guys from Europe still think that European banks is the best one. But to be honest, in some basic needs in US market, US banks much better. And sometimes you can get some additional miles, some additional tips from the banks. And the main tips are trade financials or loans from US banks with quite comfortable conditions. So yeah.
That's important. That's so much to take. Well, I'm sure there will be plenty of people around you during our experts roundtables, because even now I can think about questions that I'm going to ask you at the end of your speech, because you've mentioned a few important things. And now, even considering the new president Trump in US, who is announcing interesting changes that may force us to do something about opening business in US, opening bank accounts in US, because simply we may not be able to run our business like we ran so far. So you are coming in the right time with all this information. And I'm glad you're doing this, because I will be listening to you without even breathing.
Well, okay, I will share
Yeah.
experience of our clients without the names, without the brands, but I will share some basic mistakes on their start steps, and actually I will show some results of these mistakes. So I believe it's going to be interesting for everyone.
Definitely. I love learning from other people's mistakes. It's not the case that I like those mistakes, but it's better to learn from other mistakes rather than your own. So amazing. I can't wait. I wish I could listen to your presentation right now. Okay, so the next question, we've touched a little bit of future aspect, considering the presidency in US, but looking ahead of the next year, what are the important things that e-commerce sellers should focus on?
I suppose everyone should focus on their taxes, on their business and personal taxes, because each business owner want to receive some dividends or some royalties from his business, and he has to plan his personal taxes. Another point of view is intellectual property rights. Each year we can see a lot of claims relating to intellectual properties in the United States. So we have to protect ourselves on the first steps. From first day we have to register our trademark. If you have some invention, you have to register patent, and you have to protect your brands, your business on the countries where you have some sales and where you manufacture, where you have some manufacturers and where you have some distributors. Because unfortunately, some unfair people may cross your business, and unfortunately, everyone may see some losses from this business. So I would say for next year, this is the main point everyone should their eyes on.
That's important, because I've seen businesses which were not doing that at the beginning, and then they were struggling, especially that they invest time, money, like PPC budget, everything into their brand, and then they struggling. And it's the case, still it's the case in US, that you do have to have a lawyer to protect your intellectual property. Am I right?
Yes, because actually US market has specific requirements and to registration of IP rights. Another point of view, US market and US people are specific. They have special position. Everyone should keep their work. So if you're a business owner, you have to run your business, but you have to you have to check if you have some contacts of good lawyers for each cases. So lawyers, accountants, yes, you have to keep their contacts on your phone every day.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot do it without them. Well, you've given so much information right now. I can't wait for your presentation because you will bring so much value, and that's important for people that they will really take that into account. And what I want to let people know is you will be at the stage, you will be doing a speech, but apart from that, there also will be opportunities to come and speak to you. 4B company will have their own stand. There will be a few people around available to talk to everyone, multilingual. So in case someone is struggling with some advanced English, then they can speak to you in other languages. There will be translators also around because there will be a few people from our team translating from English to Polish. There will be few people translating. You guys obviously speak Ukrainian and Eastern languages. So in case people are struggling, then we'll have some translations. Also, after the conference, there will be recordings available for everyone who was attending. And there will be translations on recordings available as well. So I don't want people to feel that might be too difficult for them. And obviously you are using the human language from what I can see, because sometimes people are afraid of lawyers or accountants that they speak such a difficult language that you cannot understand.
Sometimes.
And even if it's your own language, like I'm Polish and I sometimes read documents which are like a tax documents and I cannot understand them because of the language that is being used. And I go to my accountant and I ask her to translate it from Polish to Polish. So this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is jargon, and that's what happens. But obviously you are there for people, and the way you are explaining things are easy to understand and get a feeling what has to be done and how important it is. I really appreciate your input. I'm so happy you will be there because legal advice is extremely important for every business, specifically for cross-border business, for international business. I want to make sure that people will take advantage of it. So guys, there is a limited space available for attendees. So it's I highly recommend to get tickets sooner rather than later because there are seats limited. There will be plenty of opportunities. So there will be speeches which are highly practical, no promotional speeches. People will be giving you a real advice. Then there will be expert roundtables, like a small workshops with experts. There will be discussion panels. There will be plenty of networking opportunities, and every speaker, every expert will be there all the time for you to talk to them and discuss your needs and requirements for the business. Volodymyr, I'm so happy you will be there. It will be amazing to see you all again, because actually you are with us our third conference now for 4B company. We've done 3 conferences so far. The first one was in Gdańsk. You've been in Gdańsk. Last one was last year in Warsaw. You also been there, and the third one right now. So it's been successful relationship. I use 4B. I can highly recommend 4B. I use 4B for my business. I've been running this business from 2011, and I use 4B for bits and pieces relating to my business requirements. So I would never recommend any company to anyone if I wasn't using it or I wasn't trying it and it wasn't successful for me. So my recommendations, my thumbs up for everyone, and I can't wait to see you at the conference. Thank you so much for this interview. I really appreciate it, and we will all see you in April.
Sure. See you, and see you guys, everyone's there. It's going to be very interesting for you and for your business.
Exactly. Thank you.